Welcome to CBT News with Cheyenne Malone.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBT News. I'm Cheyenne Malone. Thanks so much for joining us. Here's a look at today's top automotive industry stories.
Used vehicle prices at auction declined in March as car values continue to normalize in the post-pandemic economy. Compared to last year, wholesale values dropped nearly 15%, underlining the impact of recovering inventory levels, but fell only 0.4% compared to February. Out of all the segments, mid-size vehicles performed the worst, shedding 17% of their former price. As is typical in March, demand rose from the previous month, reflecting an average daily sale conversion rate of 62.5%, up slightly from last year's 62%. Tesla's Elon Musk has claimed the company's new electric robotaxi will make its debut on August 8th, establishing further competition for self-driving startups Cruise and Waymo. Musk's announcements arrived on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, in a post where he also denied a Reuters report alleging the EV brand was scrapping plans for an affordable model. Although the Tesla chief accused the media network of lying, Reuters alleged the company would continue to use the canceled EV platform to build its first generation of robotaxis. EV brand Helix is launching a new vehicle subscription service that would lease battery-powered cars and vans for as little as $6 a day. The company has opened registrations for its service in Southeast Asia, where its cheapest pay model would charge just 25 cents per hour. Although subscribers would be responsible for charging their vehicle, Helix's vehicle supports swappable batteries, allowing the drivers to carry replacement for longer trips. Last year, the company unveiled a prototype van that utilized 3D printing and snapped together parts to speed up manufacturing and lower cost. Toyota will take over safety certification tests at its Daihatsu subsidiary following a cheating scandal that resulted in a pause on vehicle shipments and prompted an investigation by the Japanese government. According to the firm's new president, Masahiro Inouye, Toyota will heavily increase oversight at the company to improve confidence in the brand among dealers, suppliers, and consumers. Last year, reports found evidence that Daihatsu used various methods, such as using components in crash tests not included in the final product, to boost safety scores and avoid government intervention. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with Aaron Keating, Executive Analysis at Cox Automotive, to break down the Q1 dealer sentiment report.
CBT News is expanding its reach like never before and is launching in over 70 million broadcasting households. Whether you have Roku, Apple TV, or a mobile device running on Android or iOS, you can now enjoy our engaging, in-depth interviews with dealers, automakers, trade associations, best-selling authors, motivational speakers, and so much more, whenever and wherever you are. Simply search CBT News in the App Store of your smart TV.
We know that sales have been fairly brisk recently and dealers love the spring selling season. So how would you characterize the overall sentiment of U.S. auto dealers in the latest report?
So to be honest, sentiment was a little bit weak. We went down, we came up from Q4, but we were down actually a point from a year ago this time. So it was a little bit uneven, a little bit, some other data in the markets kind of putting into question some of the things that are perceptions, which of course is what it measures, but we are seeing that sentiment is still under the 50 threshold.
Okay. And what do you attribute that to? What do you think that is?
Sure. I mean, we look at a couple of different factors. We look at profitability, we look at traffic within the showroom and online, and we look at costs. And the key driver here is profitability. It was just the number one thing that was dragging all of the scores down, both for franchise and independent. In customer traffic, we really saw that online was around in the 40s. And again, anything below 50 is where we're starting to see average or weak.
Okay.
And in-store was around 30. So they're seeing that their traffic was still pretty weak, but reminding us that omnichannel is still the thing that dealers need to be considering.
Yeah.
And of course, both of those things weigh down cost. And so costs continue to be a big aspect of how the dealers are looking at their profitability and their success. And so these things were, I think, pulling this sentiment down just a bit.
And you can watch this full interview right here at cbtnews.com. Well, that does wrap our show for today, but we do expect you right back here tomorrow morning on cbtnews.com. Remember, it's easy to stay up to date with the most recent news and trends influencing the retail automotive industry. All you have to do is follow us. We are on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. And now you can find CBT News in over 70 million broadcasting households. We're on Roku, Apple TV, Android, and iOS devices. Simply search CBT News in the App Store on your smart device, and you can watch our programming wherever, whenever. I'm Cheyenne Malone. Thanks so much for watching. You have a good one.
CBT News, your #1 resource for auto industry news and content.